Coach or I-backs coach, however you see fit. But just really excited to be here. Thankful, grateful for the opportunity Coach Rule has provided me and to come here and join the staff. And just it's been nothing but a great experience thus far, and looking forward to getting to work when the guys get back here pretty soon. So.
Steve Sipple, Husker Online. So you come in, you start looking at your room, start looking at video, I assume. What's your first impression of the group you have at running back?
Overall impressed. Truthfully, I thought, after evaluating the tape and looking at some of the guys in the roster, familiar with some of them other places. At Ramir at a high school, we got similar tracks. I coached at Bergen Catholic High School, so I'm familiar with Ramir, and just really excited about the group. A lot of potential out there, and how they run the football, and I'm excited to work with the whole group. Really am.
Coach Greg Smith inside Nebraska. A lot of this part of time was about recruiting, kind of outside of the program. But how important was it to you to be able to recruit your own room during this time?
Well, I tell you, you're saying as far as recruiting just running backs?
Recruit those guys that are already there.
Yeah, that's a new experience, right? I think with the transfer portal and all this stuff, and with going on with guys going different programs for various different reasons. It wasn't a whole lot of recruiting, to be honest. It was more so of getting down. The first order of business when I got here was from Coach Rule, and it was to get with those guys and make sure that we put a face on a face and get my own impression of who they are after I've already watched the tape and things of that nature. But just really excited about every single one of the kids. I had great conversations with them, and in my room, it's we're people. It's obviously I'm their coach, and their players, but we're people. You know what I mean? And that communication part is really important to me. And I was really comfortable with everybody in the group.
Coach Sean Callahan with Husker Online. That experience you had at UConn, what did you gain from that? I mean, you guys walked into a situation where they were one of the only programs that canceled their season, was coming to independent school. Yeah. And you guys got them to a bowl game. So how rewarding was this past year, and what did you gain just kind of learning from that experience this last year?
First, I'd like to thank Jim Mora for him bringing me there. I thought that was a great opportunity that I saw, and when he entrusted in me to help lead that charge, I couldn't have been more excited to be there. And Jim is great. And with that being said, I thought that the challenge was definitely there. You know what I mean? As far as a lot of the players there have not played before, and so we had a lot of first-timers on that field, some incoming freshmen, some guys that were on the roster that didn't really play. So really it was kind of like I was coaching freshmen, you know what I mean? So, but the kids really bought in, and I'm very thankful for each and every one of those kids in that group. And, I think I cried about 3 days in the transition process because how much of a connection we had with those guys and how hard they played and practiced for me. If you watched any of the UConn games last year, the one thing I hope you were able to see was the effort out of that running back unit and how they ran the football and how much pride they took each rep. I get choked up just talking about it. They're great kids. They're great kids, and I appreciate those guys. And they'll be special. All the guys I've coached, they'll be special to me for the rest of my career. Yeah.
Mitch Sherman from The Athletic. Coach Satterfield last week kind of struck a nerve with people when talking about the fullback up here. I know you had a guy, Robert Burns, at UConn this last year who filled a lot of roles for you. Can you explain what he did in that offense and how it might translate to Nebraska?
Well, I played fullback, so I usually know what they look like when I see them. And when I saw Robert Burns, I initially thought that's what a fullback looks like, and he played tailback, and that was a huge challenge for him in the spring to change positions and do things that he's never done before. And I thought that he accepted that challenge and exceeded my expectations. I'm biased. I thought he was one of the best fullbacks in the country last year, and and I know Coach Satterfield and Coach Rule are excited about having a fullback here, and I got a chance to work with Alex Arma at Carolina Panthers and Gio Ricci and those guys, and and I played fullback. You know what I mean? And I'm excited to get my hands on one for sure. Absolutely.
Sam McEwen from the Omaha World Herald. Why did you follow that move here in Nebraska? What do you like about him as a coach?
You know, funny story, the first time I worked with Matt Rule, I got hired at Temple, and, you know, something hit my brain one of the first times we hit the field. Very similar weather conditions as far as cold. And, you know, as a player, you know, indoor, you have an indoor facility, an outdoor facility. And even as me as a player, whenever someone announced, hey, we're indoors today, yeah, hey, we're outdoors, you know, something hit me when he said we're going to hit in the field, and because the weather was really cold. Not one kid said anything. Not one guy made a noise or a grunt. And that moment, when I was on that staff, that moment I knew that the culture that he developed at that place was pretty special. So I'm a believer in Coach Rule and what he stands for. In fact, I'm in alignment with the standards of what he represents as far as development and process. And I think that it applies to life and it applies to football. And, you know, if Coach Rule ever calls me, I'm going to pick up. And I would love to be part of whatever he's got going on, because I truly believe in his process.
Obviously, we all grow and change, right? And in the decade or so that you've been with him, how has he maybe changed since he was back then versus who he is today in 2020?
Well, I think we've all changed. Our experience in the NFL, I think that's a little different when you're coaching pros versus college guys. And, you know, it's my personal experience of you know, the thing I noticed that in the NFL is the guys that we had to coach, they don't have to listen to us. Does that make sense? Like in college, there's more of a, you know, they don't have to, but there's more of a need that there's a lot of talent in the NFL, and you have to bring some value to get their attention and for them to want to take your coaching. It's not about just, hey, I say you do. It's more so about how can you help me get better. And I think that was a huge change, and I see that in Coach Rule as well, that there's a lot of guys out there that need development physically and mentally. And in the NFL, we were able to tap into some of that with some of those guys, and that was the biggest thing I noticed with myself and others on staff and Coach Rule. Yeah.
Coach Steve Mark with Inside Nebraska, when you're talking running backs, what specific traits do you really look for and really kind of value?
I think it's a mentality. You know, I really do. I think it starts with that. I think the running back to me is the ultimate team player. You know, I think that for us, we need to be able to run the football and protect in pass protection and in block in the run game and be vital members of special teams. So the ultimate team player in my mind. And what I look for most in backs is their will and their mentality to not get tackled, right? And to run with a sense of violence upon contact, right? To me, that's the biggest thing that I'm looking for in guys. I want to make sure that we're striving to finish every single run. I think in the run game in college football and football in period, when you're able to run the ball effectively, I think you have a shot to win the game. I think you take the soul out of the defense when you're able to do that, dominate the line of scrimmage, which will be one of our principles here. So when you can do that, I think that's a mindset thing more than a physical thing. You got to want to be that way. So that's the number one trait I'm looking for. And ultimately, athleticism, you know what I mean? And you have to have a certain measurable and a certain speed to play at this level. But, you know, my job is to coach their eyes and help them understand where the ball is supposed to go and how to run the ball when they get there. You know, and that's the biggest thing.
EJ Kevin Suits with Channel 10 here in town. What was your knowledge of Nebraska football prior to taking the job, and how familiar are you with the program?
Well, I mean, to me, it's the original RBU, right? Yeah, that's the reality of as a running back coach taking this job. I mean, this is one of the best jobs in the country. You know, the tradition that's built here on running the football. I mean, I'm honored, honestly honored to be the guy that's a part of that room and help lead those guys, because I know how important it is to this fan base that we run the ball effectively. And you know, this is one of those jobs where you get the chills thinking about game day, and that's Rozier, Roger Craig. I mean, come on, Mon Green. Those guys are legends. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, to be part of that group in some way, some form. I worked with Amir Abdullah. You know, I mean, just to be part of that special group now is pretty special to me.
Hey, Coach, Aaron Sorensen, the Hill Varsity. Some familiarity with Nebraska because you've coached in the Big Ten. So how has maybe the Big Ten changed in your experience from both a player and then into coaching with the run game, or maybe how has it been the same? How do you see Nebraska kind of fitting into the Big Ten in the future?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, one comment that hits my brain as you asked me that is the culture here and the tradition in the Big Ten. Funny story, my first time coaching here in a game, I got in the elevator, is a very nice elderly woman, and as I was going into the press box, and she said, oh, it's very nice to meet you, and she was thankful I held the door. And then her next comment was, I'm glad you're in the conference because we need more wins. And I was just I was so caught off guard. I'm like, did you just really do that? Yeah, so, I'm very aware of the tradition, and I'm very aware of the pride that comes with this conference. And the weather plays a huge factor, and there's a certain style of run of the run game in the Big Ten, and so having familiarity with it, being in the Big Ten before, I'm really excited to kind of do it again.
With your experience in the Northeast and New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and seeing what Coach Rule and the staff was able to do in a short period of time in that area, what kind of potential and opportunity do you think exists moving ahead in future classes to continue to do well there in recruiting?
Well, I think being in the middle of the country gives us opportunities to really be elite in the recruiting world. We can put our hands on pretty much every part of the country and traditionally tap into those original resources that Nebraska is familiar with, the West Coast and Texas and in the Northeast. And obviously, me being from the Northeast, and there's a lot of pride in Nebraska when there was New Jersey, New York City, PA kids coming here on a regular basis. So that, to me, I look at that as a challenge. I think that's a challenge I need to really work my tail off and create that pipeline to help Coach Rule and the university bring that pipeline back, and that's going to be important for sure.
Hey, Coach, Brian Stockton from Huskers 24/7. When did Clinton first pop on your radar, and just how do you enjoy watching him develop and what you like about him?
Well, I tell you, it goes back to Coach Rule a little bit. When I was at Temple, I got a chance to work under the late George DeLeon, and the one thing as a young coach, I had to drive him around in recruiting, and I really had to learn how to recruit from George, and Coach DeLeon would make an emphasis on, you make sure you cover the ground, cover your territory. You give every high school coach their respect when they recommend a player. And that's something that stuck with me my whole career, and that's how it happened. Had a great relationship with the high school coach, and he had reached out to me and said I need to keep my eyes on this guy. And I've recruited that school before. And when he says something, I'm going to look at it. And he was absolutely right. I think the kid fell on the radar, and fortunate for us, I mean, he's ours. And I couldn't be more excited about him. I think he just scored 1,000 points in basketball the other night, and he's a heck of an athlete. And the sky's the limit for a kid like that.
Tony White said last week, you got to recruit on this staff. What's the energy been like that you've seen just the guys you're familiar with, guys who are new as far as the recruiting this first month?
Yeah, the guys in our, I've just working with our guys before. They love recruiting. Everyone on our staff, they take pride in it, and it's competitive amongst us. And I think that it helps filter the process along, and it's a positive competition between us. We're helping to push each other and strive to find the very best players we can find. And so that element of amongst our staff is pretty is a tool in my opinion.
And from the outside looking in, being on the staff, Penn State staff in 2016 when you win a Big Ten title, it's like a pretty cool job. Even if you're not coaching on the field, if you leave there and become a position coach at the FCS level. And I was thinking about how Matt Rule would say, he's sitting in a speech one time, like, you want to be a coach, you need to go somewhere to coach, and not just be, a personnel person. Why did you decide to leave there? And what value did you get out of those 3 jobs, like, right in a row that you took after you left this?
Well, it's funny you say. So when that did happen, when I started this, my career, I envisioned myself always being a head coach at some point, and then I was very clear with Coach Rule on my goals. But I wanted to learn the whole process of evaluation and recruiting and how it works from top to bottom. And Coach Rule is someone that that I really even when I'm not under his leadership, I'm still a guy that I'm still going to reach out to and ask for his advice. And when I did make that decision, it was really simple. It was a 1-minute, 2-minute conversation. I said, Coach, I got a couple of opportunities to stay at Penn State, and I also had some opportunities at some other places that were reaching out. And he asked me simple as, "You want to coach?" And I said, "You're darn right." And he said, "Well, go coach." And it was that simple. I heard loud and clear what he was telling me to do, and that was all I really needed to push me over the edge to make sure that I chased my dream and get after it.
EJ, Evan Bland, Omaha World Herald. We're trying to talk to Evan Cooper here too. You worked with him a little bit. What sort of stands out about Coach Cooper?
His energy. Whether he's evaluating players or he's coaching, you're always going to feel him. That's Coop. He does a great job with the evaluation. I think he's one of the best evaluators in the country, and he takes pride in it, and he takes pride in his coaching the same way. You're gonna feel him at practice. The kids are gonna feel him, and if you're there at practice, you're gonna feel him. You're gonna feel his voice and how he runs around. And he's an energetic person, and he pushes guys like myself to want to be better for sure. So I really appreciate that.
EJ, same question about Garrett McGuire. Not a lot of guys his age running around as full-time position coaches at the Power 5 level. What have you observed about him, and what do you look forward to on the offensive side?
I mean, it's only natural to look at his age and say, oh, he's a young guy. But however, you watch him coach DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson, and I think those guys are pretty impressive players, and he's able to do that. So, I think that he's going to do a great job, and he's one of us. You know what I mean? And he takes pride in the coaching. He's not afraid to coach guys the right way, but the hard way is right, and having tough conversations and getting guys where they need to be. So, and another guy that's also going to bring a lot of energy, and he's probably more, he's in more shape than most of us. So, it's going to be fun to try to keep up with him as well.
How much have you been able to watch Anthony Grant and kind of what he did last year and just study him, and even A.J. Allen? They were kind of the two lead backs out of the gates for Nebraska here.
That's right. And Ramir the year before he had a pretty. Yeah.
Irvin, I guess you could say, was the starter before he got hurt.
For sure, and I watched Emmett, a lot of his spring stuff as well. I love it. I think AG has. I call him AG. I think everyone calls him AG. AG, his sky's the limit for the kid. The kid's got really good potential. He's got a chance to be pretty special. He's a very powerful runner, and AJ Allen is as dynamic as they get. He's got the ability to kind of do it all in the run game. Ramirez got elite speed, and he's got the ability to make defenders miss in open space. Emmett is going to be a high effort, versatile guy. That's he doesn't have a lot of playing experience, but just watching his spring practice, seeing him do multiple things on special teams, and seeing his effort. So he's going to have a lot of versatility it brings to the room, and Gabe Irvin. I mean, golly, you look at that kid. You walk in any high school in the country, you look at Gabe Irvin, you say, who is this guy? You know what I mean? And so, the transfer portal for me wasn't really something I was really interested into. I would say Coach Rule wasn't interested into. And so for us, I'm really excited to work with that group because I think I got a pretty special one.
EJ, Zach Carpenter with Inside Nebraska, you talked about
the competition within the staff and recruiting. Is there any examples you can share with us to sort of peel back the curtain behind some of that competition?
No, there's nothing really that jumps out but it's just the culture amongst us to make sure we're pushing each other to do the very best. And everyone has an opinion, everyone has a voice, and it's good to hear other guys' opinions, and maybe they'll see something that you may not see, and vice versa. So I think it's a healthy way to work amongst each other, and it goes back to everything we do in our culture. I mean, the biggest thing for us is, we're people, coaching people, and the number one thing is communication and being able to communicate, whether it's easy conversations or tough conversations, and that goes right into coaching. You know what I mean? I think that's the reality, and we're going to do a great job pushing each other as staff, and we're going to do a great job pushing these players. And I just really can't wait to get to work because I'm really excited for sure.
All right, Coach.
Hey, thanks, Coach.
You got it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys.
comments from Coach, and then we'll have your questions. Go ahead, Coach.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, just first of all, this has been, 6 weeks? It's been, really, really exciting for me just to support, just the excitement about the program. just the N, the national brand of the N. Nebraska is just one of those places. Just really exciting and excited to be here, happy about it all. So with that, we can open up with questions.
Hey, Coach, Sean Callahan, Husker Online. You were one of the first guys Matt Rule brought with him. I think you and Coach Collier came here first. Why were you one of the key people that he wanted to bring right away and kind of get things going with his job at Nebraska?
That's a good question. It's probably a better question for Coach, but me and Coach Rule are pretty close. And I've probably been talking to him throughout the entire process. And I just told him when he's ready for me, we'll hop on the jet and we'll go. And he said, well, how about tomorrow? And we hopped on the jet, and the rest is history. That was 6 weeks ago. The rest is history.
You've known him about, what, 15 years, 17 years probably. What do you like about him as a person?
Coach is probably, like, you may not even be able to feel it, like, from the outside, but he's probably one of the most, like, thoughtful, caring people. Like, Coach cares about me, and he cares about his student athletes. He's gonna care about his coworkers, but deep care, not like the fake, like, bro hug type of stuff. It's like real, and you can see it. So those kind of people you want to be around. And he's also one of the brightest minds that I've ever been around. Probably the smartest person I've ever been around. Hopefully I don't offend any teachers, my ex-teachers, anything. But yeah, Coach, you just kind of want to be around Coach. He's one of those guys.
Lauren Michelson, Channel 8 News here in Lincoln.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Rule mentioned earlier that if you guys were ever to offer a guy that no one's heard of, it's because of you. Can you just break down your view on recruiting and why it works so well with Rule's vision?
We have really like minds. We have the same type when it comes to like people and players and talent levels. It's really easy for me, to be honest, because just the program and the way that we push the kids. Really, I just need to find the kids with the talent to be able to do it. And they don't always have to look exactly how they, how people think they should look. But if they have the talent, the necessary skills, the program will kind of push them to be great, in the classroom and on the field. The field will take care of itself. Like, we just ask them to do a lot of hard stuff, be 10%ers. And so it's really easy for me. And I kind of feel like I cheated because I got this reputation, and I just learned it all from Coach. So, yeah.
Mitch Sherman from The Athletic. Along those lines, Coach talked about you helping direct him toward a few prospects right from the beginning in this 23 group. You guys obviously had a very limited amount of time to put the finishing touches on that class. And you're coming from the NFL where you're probably not engrossed in film over the last few months watching high school kids. So what was your process like in this class in particular, and where do you even start in trying to dig in to find out who might be out there for you to sign in 3-4 weeks?
Yeah. So a lot of sleep is nice. A lot of film. And Coach is probably always gonna start at home. So a couple of the people that Coach had referenced from our own backyard. So we want to make sure that we don't let those guys. The worst thing is when you see all these All-Americans and all-conference guys and NFL guys from your own backyard and you missed them, or you didn't do whatever. You didn't do your homework, or even you got out-recruited sometimes. That's probably the worst thing. So it started there. I just tried to hit the ground running with the local guys and then work my way out. But, yeah, a lot of sleep is nice, Coach calling me calling Coach. You just constant communication about it. And, again, I know what he's looking for. I know what's been successful in one of his programs, so it's kind of easy.
Coach Greg Smith with Inside Nebraska. Kind of on the flip side of that with the NFL, you and a lot of others on the staff just came from the NFL. How important has that been a recruiting pitch for guys that you've started talking to here or closely with?
Yeah. When you say, like, recruiting pitch, I'm not sure we have, like, a recruiting pitch. Like, no, I completely understand what you're saying, but, like, those kids, they Google, they say it themselves. Like, they'll look that kind of stuff up. And if I get asked a question, then sure, But we kind of start with, like, Nebraska. Like, this place is wonderful on its own. And I believe in our head coach and the program and the culture and what he's going to do. A lot of the times I just tell the kids, just honestly, like, we'll do as much for you as you'll end up doing for us, because I've just seen it so many times. Like, we've recruited players without much recruiting traffic and watched them turn into NFL players, But so the pitch is good. I think the NFL has probably helped me out a lot. It's narrowed my vision. Like I know exactly what they look like now. Like when you walk in, if you ever get a chance to see J.C. Horn and just how he interacts, how he does his business, how he is all over the football field, all just studying, and Dante Jackson and Stephon Gilmore and Jeremy Chin, those kind of guys, like it makes it a lot easier. It helps me narrow. I know what it looks like. So when I talk to him, I know what it looks like. I can help you get to it. But again, if they ask me questions, I probably bring up the NFL, but not hey, how's it going? I coach in the NFL, But yeah.
Hey, Evan, Brian Christopherson with Husker 24/7. What's your early overview of what you already have here? I mean, looking at the tape, I don't know how much you've been able to do that. What do you think you got?
Well, I'm a film junkie, so I have been able to do that. I'm very pleased with what we have here. I think we have some NFL DBs on the roster, guys that look like the guys that just finished coaching. I think we have a good blend of young players, inexperienced players, older vets, mature guys, guys who've been in programs for 4 or 5 years. I'm excited about it. I'm excited. Like, I love recruiting, but right now, I'm really looking forward to getting in and coaching. That's like my first love. Coaching is like my first love. I just kind of know what coach likes, so we do the recruiting part, but I just can't wait to get to coach those guys. Like, I talked to Marquise Buford a lot, with his situation, and we just always talk. We have like minds, so I like those guys. I love Gifford. I love him. Like, what's there not to like? Quentin, those guys are great. Malcolm, we talk all the time. It's a good group. It's a good group. They play some good football. They play hard. They play hard. Just when you watch them, it's pretty good for me, because that's what the program is going to be based on, just hard work and playing hard and effort and toughness, and they have that. So it's been good. I'm excited.
How's Coach Rule changed since maybe, first met him however many years ago to now? Like, how have you seen him sort of grow as a leader and a head coach?
Got a couple more grades. Probably, yeah. I think he's more patient now. I think early on he was just go, go, go. And I think he's more patient now. He understands, like, it's a process. Like, nothing happens overnight. I think that's probably the biggest area of growth that I've seen from him. He's more confident in just the overall process, what's going to happen. It may not happen overnight, but it'll happen. He's done it too many times for it. He has his system. We have our beliefs, our core beliefs. That's probably that. Just more patient. Yeah.
Are you going to coach the secondary, all of it, or is there going to be a safeties coach? Or
yeah.
I know there's changes going on with analysts being able to help, so maybe that'll come into play. But are you just the whole secondary?
Yeah, yes, I'm the secondary coach. Yes, to answer your question. Sometimes we'll need to break up. Sometimes we'll need to. I take the corners, or this week and next week I take the safeties. Because individualized, it's not the same exact position. It's a similar position group, but it's not the same exact position. So yeah, I'll have help. But yes, I'm the secondary. Yes, I have the entire secondary.
Hey, Evan Bland, Omaha World Herald.
How's it going?
I've heard your likewise. I've heard your reputation as a NFL draft guy. Can you describe kind of how deep that is, how intense that goes back to?
Quite honestly, like, I have a football family. Like, my grandmother knows football. Like, my father played football. My uncle played football. Like, it just is what my aunt, she knows the game. So I've always watched and kind of like made not decisions, but made evaluations of the players that I've watched. I could remember drawing up, like, all the way back to like 8 years old, just writing scouting reports. And as I got older, it got a little bit more specific, detailed, that kind of stuff. But I'm like a junkie. I kind of wanted to be like Mel Kiper. That's what I wanted to do. And then I just fell in love with coaching. And in college, it's like you do both. So it's a good fit for me. Fortunately, in the NFL, I was able to do both. They gave me an opportunity where I could coach and be an evaluator. So that was a good experience for me. But yeah.
How much of that passion then sort of overlaps with your duties now?
What do you mean?
Just in terms of loving film and scouting and looking at guys. How much?
Well, it takes a lot of my time. I watch a lot of football. I watch a lot of recruit film. I watch a lot of game tape, all 22. I just watch a lot of football. I love football, so it's been all good for me.
You talked about Steve Sipple, by the way, from Husker Online.
Yeah.
You talked about your secondary, what you saw, your initial impressions. What about the entire defense? I mean, what were your initial impressions of what you saw on your side of the ball?
Yeah, well, again, they play hard. We play hard. You know, we will have to work on some things, just like every other team in the country. We'll work. But then I see them in person is we have a big team. Like, I'm not really used to, like, the defensive linemen that we have. And the secondary, I have some really long DBs. So it's encouraging, you know. I think we are built the right way. So big, athletic guys, we just got to work on a few things. Work on the defense, learn the scheme, that kind of stuff. But, yeah, I'm excited about it. I think we have a chance when we have good players, we have a chance to be good. I believe that.
What was your recruiting approach, just as far as bringing in high school guys versus portal guys? Because obviously you guys came in late, so it's kind of hard to decide what kind of formula you want to build this first class with.
Yeah, it's always the same formula. Bring in guys that you think fit you, your type, you know, fit the program, the good guys, the guys that fit you personality-wise, work ethic-wise. It's always the same. It's just a lot easier now because of the portal, and you have a bigger pool to choose from. But yeah, you know, you always want some high school guys. If you just think about it like the NFL, like maybe the high school guys are draft picks, the portal guys might be free agents, but you still need the right kind of people in the program. So yeah, we did a little bit of both.
You had a chance to work with Garrett McGuire at a couple different places.
Yeah.
See him grow up, still growing up.
Yes.
And now your DBs will be going against receivers in practice. What do you think of him as a young guy breaking in the way that Coach Rule's giving him a shot to?
Yeah, I would say we're lucky to have Garrett. Garrett's a football brain. Garrett is one of the smartest people that I've been around. Myself and Garrett wake up every day at 4:30 and work out. He is a grinder. You'll hear a lot of chirping between him and I. He's competitive. You know, I'm probably going to have to school him a little bit, but just because I am who I am and he is who he is, DB's always over receivers. But we're lucky to have Garrett. He's going to help us tremendously. Like, if you look at him, he is smart. He is relatable. He cares about his guys. His father's a head coach at Texas Tech. He's been a quarterback his entire life. And as you know, quarterbacks are always in leadership position. When you're a freshman quarterback, they don't say, hey, don't yell at the senior. Whatever, right? You're just a leader. And he's a leader. Absolutely. I'm happy to have him.
Yeah, Luke Mullen from the Journal-Star. What conversations have you had with Tony White about how he wants your defensive backs to play in his system?
Yeah, Coach White and myself, we have very similar views of how the secondary should look. He's going to want them to play hard, be technically sound, and make plays. And that's it. That's how we want to do it. So, yeah, I've been with Coach White a lot. I'm excited to work with Coach White. Coach White's really bright, really, really bright. But he is not too bright where he doesn't listen. You know, he wants to hear our input. You know, he's going to make his decisions based on his decisions. But I love Coach White. I'm excited to work with him.
Zach Carpenter, Inside Nebraska. EJ had talked about the competition within the staff when it comes to recruiting, and you talked about the competition just with Garrett, workouts in the morning. But when it comes to the recruiting competition within the staff, why is that important? And is that the trickle-down effect from Matt? Is he just as competitive in that regard as you guys?
Yeah, that's one of the core principles of our program. Competitive. You want to be competitive at everything. You know, I like to look at myself as one of the 10%ers, at least in my brain. I want to be better at everything, and I don't really want to lose at anything either. So if there's something that I'm not good at, I need to work at it. So I want to compete at everything. I want a group that competes at everything. I want tough players. We want hard-working players. So we have to be that as a staff. You know, everything goes from top down. That's what Coach is. That's why Coach has been successful. He's extremely competitive.
Kevin Sousa, Channel 10 here in town. It looks like you're really active on social media.
Yeah.
Are you able to decode all of Coach Rule's emoji tweets?
No. To be honest, I don't even know if Coach can. Sometimes. But no, Coach has his messages, and I kind of stay away from him. I'm just happy to be back on social media. I was dormant for 3 years. You don't really do that in the NFL. It's been good. And it's so fun because all the interaction with the fans. Like, I like it. Even when they give me bats, like they yell at me and say, I'm good, I'm still good. You know, I'm excited about it. I never had this kind of support. You know, no offense to anywhere that I've been, it's just this amount of care for the program, for all sports, for educate, just in general. Like, the end is, it's national. Like, I go to airports, every airport, go Big Red. I'm like, all right, I guess. But yeah, it's been great. Like, I'm excited. Like, this is a great place. This is a great place. That's why our recruiting class is what it is. It's the place. You know, it's the place. And they believe in the place, so that's been good, yeah.
There seems to be a lot of clarity about what Coach Rule believes about not only the kind of football he wants to play, but practice, worldviews, all that. Is that collected in a manifest, like in a manual anywhere, or do you just sort of intuitively know it? Like, and when people join his staff, what do they have to have that you and EJ and others have?
Yeah, no, I would say it's not by accident that we all have the same views. Coach is, like I said, Coach is brilliant, right? There is not one human on our staff that doesn't belong or that doesn't deserve it. Like, Coach is not going to hand out the DB job to a friend. You know, he'll have to, that person will have to think like Coach and work hard and care about, number one, before anything else, they'll have to genuinely care about the players that they'll coach. Coach is not having it. And I wouldn't have it any other way because I'm a relationship guy. Like, I don't separate anything. I am a person-to-person relationship kind of guy. I don't care about how good you are. That doesn't affect how I treat you as a person. So that's what Coach, you know, that's a part of his beliefs, and that we all believe that. And you better be hard working.
Is that like written down or like?
Yeah, it's written down in Coach's brain. Yeah. And if you ever display something that's not written, opposite of what, he'll let you know about it. You guys get nice Coach Rule. I don't always get nice Coach Rule, but it helps. It helps. Just the biggest thing about Coach is he'll hold everyone accountable, you know, and we all need that. That's why when you want to lose weight, you go get a personal trainer. You know, you need to be held accountable. Not, you know, you don't do it all on your own. So yeah.
Not nice Coach Rule like.
Not nice Coach Rule? I just hope you never see him. I'll hold that one for me. You never ask that question that gets him not nice. Or make that comment that gets him not nice.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.